Next up, it's Zayn versus Joe for for nothing, actually. I don't know. I was about to say for the United States Championship, because I kind of convinced myself that Zayn is a champ, and he's not. Jericho is. Which ain't a problem. But, Zayn versus Samoa Joe. I've really enjoyed this. They had to think on the spot of WWE. They've had to think, oh my God, what the hell are we going to do with Samoa Joe? Came in, obviously was scheduled, one would assume, to face Seth Rollins at this pay-per-view. Rollins getting the injury, meaning that had to be kind of postponed. But having Zayn go up against Joe is a fantastic way for... the only thing is, I know people will criticise when Joe inevitably beats Sami Zayn tonight. And I know people will criticise that as soon as say, again, Sami Zayn not getting the victory, not getting that big win. You could give him this big win tonight against Joe. But I just think there isn't any point. And Zayn has the potential to really... what I think with Zayn is I think he'll be in limbo, if I'm honest with you. I think he'll be in limbo land from now until the next draft, where I think he'll go to SmackDown and we'll see his career take off. That's my personal opinion. We know Zayn's a great babyface. We'll know he'll go down tonight looking... getting that attention, getting that sympathy from us as fans. As a babyface, I think he's one of the best. There's very few good baby faces, but he is a very good one. And he is one of the only superstars that I think's a better face than a heel. And for me, that's very rare. I often think people are better heels than faces. I know some people think the other way, that people are better faces than heel. But for me, people are better heels than they are faces 9 times out of 10. Zayn is one of the anomalies in that theory in which I hold. Joe, on a fantastic run, on a fantastic roll at the moment. He's gone through Reigns, admittedly not cleanly, but he did beat Reigns, beat Cesaro. Will he beat Sami Zayn? I think so. I think it'll be a physical match. I think it'll be a very good match. These two have had great battles in the past. If they bring that past up as commentators, that will really, And look, the interest there for this match. I like the ball they had on Raw. I like this feud. Obviously it's unique. It's fresh. It's great to see. These two could easily main event a Raw pay-per-view later on in the year if he doesn't get drafted to SmackDown. Joe, I think, is on a ride. And I think this will be the year of Samoa Joe. I really, really do think that. This should be a great match. There could be some shenanigans in this. And there's kind of two options. Seth Rollins gets involved, which I think is the unlikely of the two. Or you could simply have this end in a double disqualification, a no count-out thing, so we can have a rematch at WrestleMania between Zayn, between Joe. They're both on the pay-per-view. They've both got a big-time match. Their feud, which has got quite a lot of buzz, quite a lot of hype to it, has a few more weeks to really get from sort of Gear 5 to Gear 7. I don't know whether that exists, but let's pretend it does just for the sake of this. And then produce an even better match at the thingy. So expect them to not steal the show tonight, because I think they'll be holding something back for WrestleMania. They could do it where there's no shenanigans and Joe beats Zayn. We then get the rematch. Even still, we still get the rematch even though Joe beats him. We could get Zayn beat him with a roll-up or something like that and then get the rematch. It's hard. It's a tough match to call like all of them. But I think your safe bet is Samoa Joe. But I don't think it's a banker. I don't think there's a lot of bankers on this show. I don't think there's easy predictions whatsoever. But I think Joe wins cleanly, kinda. It's tough to call. I do think these two, though, will face off at WrestleMania, and due to that, will leave a lot in the locker. They don't want to give us all... They don't want to give us, a fantastic match and then not be able to top it at WrestleMania. They want to give us something fantastic at WrestleMania. So I expect them, as I say, to leave something in the locker. So yeah, let's move on to the next match, which is the Women's Championship match. Bayley the champ versus Charlotte the Queen.